Okay, thumbnail's done. Thank God. I'm gonna get these doors back open because it is hot and muggy today. Sorry about that, guys. You have no idea how high the humidity is today. But I want to show you some cool stuff I got in the mail today. What's in the big box you guys helped pay for. And the stuff here and what I'm listening to is a super cool viewer from Australia who sent me. I had to duct tape that on so it wouldn't fall. Grooveyard Hammond combo. Just some sweet freaking music. There's only 6 songs on this baby, but Dad and I literally listened to this all day yesterday while we filmed videos on his car out there. Graham, I hope that's how you pronounce your name. Thank you, dude. I literally love your music. I checked out your channel. I am subscribed to it because I think you guys are awesome. I love your music. Normally I'm a metalhead or a classic rock kind of guy, but your guys' groove and everything, I just really dig it. It takes me back to my high school days. I used to really love that kind of music, so thank you, brother. This is something, oh God, I dropped it. This CD, even though it's only got 6 songs, I would have bought this myself. I love this, dude. Thank you for sending it to me. And also, not to mention, this book, I don't know if I've ever said it before, but I'm a huge Australian car fan. You guys have the coolest cars, and this is a very beautiful book. I have an American muscle car book just like this, and this thing, I think Dad's went through it like 3 times already. Oh, hang on, gotta go back. There we go. Of course, me being stereotypical, the Ford Falcon XB Mad Max car, oh, my heart goes out to it. But so many cool cars from Australia. So, seriously, you know, go check out one of these issues of this book. Graham, that's actually staying inside. I only brought it out to show you that. But I want to go, now we got to move on to this big pack. So first things first, I'm going to document how this package did arrive, because what's in this is an extremely rare piece of racing history. Very few of them made. I have only seen one in pictures. So I want to, you know, show you how the box arrived. There's a little hole right there for a stud. But I don't think there was any other damage that I could visually see on said box. I bought this from a guy named Vito on Facebook. And we got some holes here. Now let's get into this thing because I want to know what kind of shape it's in. All right, so we got our handy dandy homemade knife, little carb stud, blade. Nope, we got to cut straight. The anticipation's killing me because I've been waiting for this thing. Came from Wisconsin. Without your guys' support, I probably would have never been able to afford to buy this. Well, I bought this and I bought something for Dad, which you'll see in an upcoming video featuring his car. All right, what do we got? We got a bunch of plastic. Man, I love plastic. Ooh, oh, there it is. There it is, guys. The real McCoy. Now let me get it out of there for you. All right. Do I even touch it? Oh my God, that is incredibly light. Does anybody know what that thing's made out of? See if anybody knows what that's made out of. Because that ain't aluminum, guys. That's magnesium. And guess where it's going? A normal aluminum Mopar tunnel ram probably weighs in the range of 25 to 30 some odd pounds. Like this one, a complete one that's not been hogged out. And this bad boy is magnesium. And the whole package here, let me just show you from UPS. Oh, other side. Weighs 16 pounds. That's the box and everything. Oh, focus. There we go. So, box is done. Well, let me inspect this and I'll give you guys an in-depth look at it. All right, I gotta say this before we get on to that piece of badass history. I love your guys' so music that I don't care. I'm just gonna listen to it. I mean, it's technically your music, so if you want to claim monetization on this video, go ahead. Make some dollar bills. But man, that is cool. Okay, I gotta turn that down. It's distracting me. It's too good of music. But yeah, so you guys want to know how to tell apart that's magnesium versus aluminum? The main giveaway, you see all this? This is magnesium oxide. This is what happens when it's not cared for. Magnesium in layman's terms is basically like caring for a newborn baby, but for its entire life. This thing has not been cared for very well. All this is oxidation. Magnesium literally turned to a powder, and you definitely don't want to catch it on fire. Magnesium ignites at 800 degrees and burns at 3,000 degrees. Very hot. So making it out of car parts, not a great idea, but it's very light. I mean, this stuff weighs nothing. This thing is probably half to a third the weight of the aluminum ones. But looking at this one, you see how it's real dark gray? This is the actual color of magnesium, that real dark gray. And one way you can definitely tell, see how it's oxidized here, come to a machined portion like where the carburetor flange is. See how that's dark gray? And then even down here where it bolts to the head. But looking at it, inspecting it, these holes have been ovaled, which is common for, say, a super stock or pro stock engine which has the deck surface milled like mine. And this is all standard. This hasn't been cut or milled, which is good where the carburetors go. Unlike my Sox and Martin tunnel ram, which has been cut and lowered. Let me just show you that real fast. You see how they lowered the plenum? They milled this flange down and then dropped this one. So that's one thing. The other neat thing about this one is I have an aluminum one just like this in the house that's all been cut out. It looked like that one originally where it was all solid. And this one looks like it's as cast like this. But normally you would go, well, where's the valley? Because the Hemi don't have a gasket or a pan down here. So if we flip this over, I just noticed this. I think this is super cool. On the underside, this actually takes a bolt-in deal. And these are all casted in. These studs here, these lugs. And you can see they had a plexiglass cover on it probably at one time. Look at that. So I think we're gonna have to make a plexiglass cover. That is freaking wicked cool. But I'm gonna tell you what, guys, I'm gonna take a few moments out here, sweat my balls off, and I'm going to clean this thing, prep it, make it look the way it's supposed to, which is basically just gonna be a piece of Scotch-Brite covered in oil. And I'm gonna clean her up and I'll show you when I'm done. All right, guys, check that thing out. That is just cutting oil and a lot of rubbing and scrubbing. That's actually back down to the bare magnesium. Apparently some of that, most of that was actually just like silver paint, which I can imagine was to disguise it so they didn't know it was magnesium. But let's take it back in the garage so we can get a good look at it. So there you can actually see the bare magnesium. Now this still has oil on it, and what I'll typically do with magnesium parts is if they haven't been cared for, like this tunnel ram, I will spray it down with oil, whether it be motor oil, cutting oil, whatever oil. And there's magnesium conditioners out there, but I just soak it in oil. I set it out in the sun, just let the stuff kind of soak into the magnesium, and that'll help like re-energize it and keep it from corroding again. So I guess, you know, I'm gonna work on possibly making a plexiglass plate to fill the valley, but I couldn't be any happier. This thing is freaking cool, and it literally weighs nothing. I mean, this thing, to give you an idea, it probably weighs about as much as a full can of brake cleaner. And I'm not shitting you. This thing probably weighs about 12 pounds. Okay, that would weigh more than a can of brake clean, but yeah, it literally weighs almost nothing. It's ridiculously light. But, I mean, none of the holes are destroyed in it. I mean, the holes here have been hogged out, but I'm okay with it. It means I can actually run it without having to modify it. So, I think we should get it cleaned up a little bit, take some of the oil off of it, and set it on that Hemi and see how it looks. Well, there it is, guys. All cleaned up and whatnot. Let me kill this fan. Let me show you how you kill a fan. You just kick the cord. But she's all cleaned up, oiled up. I went ahead and took the valley pan out of my other Hemi tunnel ram, which is now put up. Cleaned up the underside because it was all rusty and nasty. Painted bright engine red. Just that way it keeps dirt from falling in there. And just realized there's still a pee hole over here. See that? Gotta tape that before I put it on. But I was going to show you me putting it on the Hemi, but I gotta tape that hole up. So I'll be back. All right, let's mount this baby. Look at that, 2 fingers. I would like to be carrying this with both hands because this thing's so valuable, but yeah. Oh, and it fits perfectly on there. Oh, get out of here, broom. You're ruining the moment. Oh, you know what this thing needs now? Is a pair of dominators. Ah, and there it is. Dual dominators. Looking badass as always. And the intake sits better on here. I think the intake's been milled, which is good, because it's probably milled to the same spec as my engine, being it's a Pro Stock engine with a Pro Stock magnesium tunnel ram on it. Oh, but that looks good. And that one's retired to sit on the shelf. What do you think about it, Dad?
It looks nice.
Really? It looks nice.
It looks nice.
It looks nice. Ah, had to pull the stud out of here because it was bent. I mean, it was actually bent that way.
It's all tunnel rammy.
Yeah, you know? Yeah.
It looks all like a spider leg.
And it's got 8, yeah. Yeah.
Oh, tunnel rammy.
All tunnel rammy. Say you're very observative, Dad. All right, well, I think we're going to call that an end of a video. It's a lot longer than I thought it was going to be. But, you know what? Of course, for you guys, it may only be like 5 or 8 minutes long. But for me, it was literally all day because there was a lot of work in cleaning that baby up and getting it nice and presentable. And Dad's got to make noise while I'm trying to close the video. Really, Dad?
Sorry, Charlie.
You got to make noise? Yeah, go on.
I'm putting the jack up.
But anyways, if you guys enjoyed, please go check out Graham's channel. It's oh shit, I forgot. I'm gonna write it right here. It's been a long day, I'm sorry, man. I think it's gigs and stuff. But really cool guy, enjoys music a lot, and I really appreciate the gifts he sent me and Dad, and really appreciate this tunnel ram. Of course, I couldn't have bought it without your guys' help. So as always, guys, thank you for watching, and hope to see you in the next one. Bye bye.